Oatmeal is often seen as one of the healthiest breakfast choices for seniors, and for good reason. It's warm, easy on the stomach, and full of fiber that supports heart health and energy. But what if I told you that the breakfast you trust most could be working against your health just by mixing it with the wrong foods? After 65, your metabolism slows, your digestion becomes more sensitive, and the way your body absorbs nutrients begins to change. Some food combinations, even ones that seem healthy, can raise your blood sugar, block important nutrients, or make you feel bloated and tired. In this video, we'll count down 5 foods you should never mix with oatmeal, starting with the least risky and ending with the one that may be the most harmful to your health. So be sure to stay till the end. Before we begin, let me know in the comments where you're watching from. It's always inspiring to see how our community continues to grow, no matter the distance between us. Now let's get started with number 5, yogurt, a hidden trigger for bloating and discomfort. Many older adults enjoy adding a spoonful of yogurt to their morning oatmeal. It seems like the perfect match. Fiber from the oats, probiotics from the yogurt, and a creamy texture that makes everything feel more complete. But as we grow older, even simple food combinations like this may not work as well for our bodies as they once did. Digestion naturally slows with age. Stomach acid drops, and the enzymes we rely on to break down food become less efficient. So meals that once felt fine may now cause bloating or heaviness, especially when ingredients are paired in ways that strain the gut. One study published in Gut found that cold foods delay stomach emptying more than room temperature meals, and this effect becomes more pronounced later in life. So when warm oats are paired with cold, acidic yogurt, that contrast can quietly slow digestion and increase fermentation in the gut. This might be especially noticeable if you've experienced occasional bloating or find your digestion isn't as reliable as it once was. And while yogurt is often praised for its probiotics, live cultures don't always pair well with high-fiber grains, particularly when stomach acid is low. This doesn't mean you need to stop eating yogurt altogether, but it's worth being mindful of how and when you enjoy it. Many nutritionists suggest having yogurt as a snack later in the day, rather than mixing it with oats first thing in the morning. And if you do include it, opt for plain, unsweetened versions with live cultures, avoiding added sugars that can further stress digestion. By making this small change, you're giving your body a better chance to absorb nutrients from both foods and to feel lighter, stronger, and more comfortable throughout the day. Number 4, citrus fruits. When vitamins disrupt balance, citrus fruits like oranges, grapefruits, and lemons are often praised for their vitamin C and immune-supporting benefits. And many seniors enjoy adding a few slices of orange or a drizzle of lemon juice to their oatmeal, thinking it's a light and healthy boost. But this combination isn't always as gentle as it appears, especially after 65. Citrus fruits are high in simple sugars and fruit acids that digest rapidly. Oatmeal, on the other hand, is a slow-digesting, fiber-rich grain. When combined in the same meal, these foods move through the digestive system at very different speeds. That mismatch can lead to a sluggish, uncomfortable digestion, and for some it may cause gas, bloating, or even mild cramping. One study published in Clinical Interventions in Aging found that older adults often experience slower gut motility and reduced enzyme output, making mixed meals harder to process than simpler ones. And when the gut is forced to handle a fast-digesting fruit and a slow-burning grain together, it may result in fermentation and discomfort rather than nourishment. Nutrient absorption is another concern. Oats contain natural compounds called phytates, which can interfere with mineral uptake, especially calcium and iron. Pairing them with citrus might not solve the issue, and in some cases may even add to it. For older adults, this can make it even harder to absorb nutrients, especially when digestion is already slow. So what's the alternative? Instead of citrus, try adding softer, low-acid fruits like stewed apples, blueberries, or mashed banana to your oats. These options offer sweetness and nutrients without the digestive mismatch, and they're generally easier on aging stomachs. Oatmeal can still be one of the best ways to start your day, as long as you pair it wisely. Number 3, walnuts. A hidden challenge for aging digestion. Walnuts are often praised for their omega-3s, heart benefits, and brain-boosting compounds. And it's true, eaten on their own, they can be an excellent part of a balanced diet. But when it comes to pairing them with oatmeal, especially after 65, the story becomes more complicated. Here's the issue. Walnuts are dense in fat, while oatmeal is rich in complex carbohydrates and fiber. Both are slow to digest, and together they can place a significant burden on a digestive system that's already slowed with age. A study in the journal Advances in Nutrition highlights how high-fat and high-carb meals, when eaten together, can impair blood sugar control in older adults. The body struggles to process both nutrients efficiently, often leading to delayed gastric emptying, post-meal fatigue, and even mild insulin resistance over time. You might not feel it right away, but if you regularly top your oats with a handful of walnuts, you may notice that your breakfast feels heavier, leaving you tired, sluggish, or bloated by mid-morning. A better option is to enjoy walnuts as a mid-morning or afternoon snack, or pair them with something lighter, like a piece of fruit, rather than mixed into a bowl of fibrous, starchy oatmeal. It's a small change, but for your digestion, metabolism, and energy, it can make a real difference. Number 2, protein powder, the wrong way to fuel aging muscles. After 65, protein becomes more important than ever. It helps preserve muscle, maintain strength, and support recovery. So it's no surprise that many older adults have started adding protein powders to their breakfast, often mixing them straight into their morning oats. At first glance, it seems like a smart choice, but what most people don't realize is that this combination, dense, fibrous oats paired with concentrated protein, may be asking too much of the digestive system. As we get older, our ability to break down and absorb large amounts of protein in a single sitting starts to decline, especially when that protein is isolated, processed, and packed into a scoop of powder. Add that to the natural complexity of oats, full of slow-digesting carbohydrates and soluble fiber, and it creates a mix that can overwhelm a slowing metabolism. In fact, researchers from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition have shown that the body may not fully utilize high doses of protein when they're consumed all at once, especially in older adults. Instead of giving you more strength and energy, this pairing may quietly cause the opposite: heaviness, bloating, and poor nutrient absorption. You may not notice it right away, but if your oatmeal leaves you feeling uncomfortably full or strangely tired afterward, the protein powder might be part of the problem. Whole food sources, like a soft-boiled egg or a spoonful of nut butter on the side, may be gentler on the stomach and easier for your body to process. Because after 65, it's not just about getting more, it's about getting it right. Number 1, dried fruits, the sugary trap hiding in your morning bowl. Dried fruits often seem like a healthy, natural topping for oatmeal. Raisins, cranberries, apricots, toppings that have quietly earned their place in breakfast tradition. But here's what many people don't realize, especially after 65. As fruits dry, their water content disappears, but their natural sugars become highly concentrated. A small handful of dried fruit can contain as much sugar as a full can of soda, and that sugar hits the body fast, especially when paired with the carbohydrates in oatmeal. This pairing may cause a rapid spike in blood glucose levels, followed by a sharp crash that leaves you feeling drained or hungry again within an hour or two. And for seniors, that cycle can quietly strain insulin sensitivity, contribute to fatigue, and even raise the risk of inflammation-related issues like joint pain or cognitive decline. One study published in Diabetes Care found that meals high in fast-absorbing sugars significantly increase blood sugar variability in older adults, a pattern linked to both cardiovascular risk and unstable energy levels throughout the day. Dried fruits can also be tough on digestion. Without their natural moisture, they're dense and chewy, making them harder for the aging gut to break down, especially when paired with other fibrous foods like oats. Some varieties are also coated in added sugars or preservatives like sulfites, which may further irritate the digestive tract. This doesn't mean you have to cut them out entirely, but if you love oatmeal and want to protect your energy, metabolism, and blood sugar balance, consider fresh fruit instead, or opt for a sprinkle of cinnamon or a few chopped nuts for flavor. Sometimes what seems like a small, healthy addition can quietly take your whole breakfast in the wrong direction. Oatmeal is still one of the best breakfasts you can enjoy after 65. It's nourishing, gentle, and full of fiber that supports your heart, digestion, and overall strength. But with age, it's not just what we eat that matters. It's how we combine our foods. Some ingredients that once felt harmless may now slow you down, cause bloating, or leave you feeling off, without you even realizing it. By being just a little more mindful about what goes into your bowl, you can turn a simple breakfast into something that truly supports your body, helping you stay strong, balanced, and well-fed for the day ahead. If you'd like more science-backed health tips made just for you, hit subscribe and join our growing community. And let me know in the comments, what's your favorite topping in oatmeal? You might just inspire someone else's next breakfast. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.